All right, guys. So thank you for watching the channel and tuning in and following along and all the things you're helping the channel grow. Um, I want to talk about in this video how we have to take our own health into our control, into our own hands. And I have to be somewhat careful with how I go about talking about this. But what kind of, made me think about this was there's a lot of stuff coming out right now about um, let's call it a particular supplement that has been shown basically to cause apoptosis in cancer cells and potentially shrink tumors and things like that. So it's been found to possibly have some properties where certain people have claimed that it basically eliminated their tumors and eliminated cancer. And this is one of those things where it's like, it's just another realization, and whether or not it works, that could be debated. I don't know. I don't know anyone personally who's tried these protocols or taken this or anything like that. There are studies out there about this kind of stuff, about it working, and you can dig into it for yourself basically. But that's not really the point. The point is this kind of sparked in my mind the thought of, like, I want to talk about how we have to take our health into our own hands. The medical business, or I should say the medical industry, is it's a for-profit business. Everything about it, from healthcare, insurance, all the way down the line, is for profit. Everything about it is for profit. So it would be easily, thought of that this isn't in our best interest. If certain things are pushed along, certain protocols, certain medications are pushed along as a for-profit system with kickback all along the way to the doctors, to the reps, the pharmaceutical reps, everything. That's obviously not ideal from a health standpoint. So I really do feel like, this is a wake-up call, and there's been plenty of them. We've seen what's transpired the last couple of years with, certain interventions in terms of a worldwide illness and things like that. And the research coming out now about that certain intervention is quite negative. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out about how it's not so good. People have passed away, dangerous things like that. So it's just, these are constant reminders, guys, of things that may seem crazy at one point, maybe are not crazy now. Maybe we should question things. Maybe we should dig into things ourselves and look at alternative methods for our health, and try to take care of yourself with cardiovascular exercise, with weight training. This is stuff I do. I'm actually up to 210 pounds right now, guys. So 210 pounds right now, and I feel the best I've ever felt. My blood work on this last panel, you can look at that. I made a video about a month ago, was the best it's been. Like, my cholesterol, let's just look at LDL, was the lowest it's been ever. And that's with eating a lot more butter and a lot more dietary cholesterol and a lot more saturated fats. And yet my LDL was the lowest it's ever been at, I believe it was 92. So why would that be? It's the cardiovascular exercise. It's my body functioning healthier overall. So you gotta take care of this stuff. You gotta jump into it yourself. And another example is dosing iodine. So I was skeptical about this as well. My thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH, was like 3.5. It got up to 4 and even 4.5 at one time, indicating a small amount of hypothyroidism, underactive thyroid, inefficiency basically in the system. And your thyroid can slow down from heavy metal toxins that you get through your food, your environment, your water, all this kind of stuff, among other things. There's lots of hormone disruptors in food, which is a whole nother story. And, I partake in processed food. I like it, but I understand there's risk to it. And I do try to mitigate that with being healthy in other facets. But all this stuff can disrupt your thyroid, basically. And so I took iodine at 7.5 milligrams of pure iodine and 7.5 milligrams of potassium iodide. So it's 15 milligrams total, or it's 12.5 milligrams total, I should say. It's 5 milligrams iodine, 7.5 potassium iodide. You can find it on Amazon. There's a couple different brands that are good. And I took this, and I took it for like 6 months. And when you're on it, your TSH goes up. Mine got up to like 9.5 because it's a false signal. The body takes in iodine in the form of thyroid hormone. It directly converts it to thyroid hormone. So then I came off it after 6 months. And ever since, my TSH has basically been 1.75. So it cut it in half. Twice as, basically you could do the math, it's twice as efficient that my thyroid is working. Twice as efficient from this. So this is just an example of like things that you can do to take your health in your own hands. And that's the way we have to be. And it's no different than kidney issues. Astragalus is out there. Liver issues, TUDCA, NAC, N-acetylcysteine. Research this stuff. Learn about this stuff. Do cardio. Try to make yourself better. Try to improve your health. Like, don't rely necessarily on doctors. There's good doctors. There's not so good doctors. It's like that anywhere you go. But it pays to learn about this stuff and dig into it and have education on it, and not just turn to pharmaceutical interventions and to find your own way, your own methods. People out there have anecdotal evidence of what's worked for them. You can find this stuff. You can mimic it. You can live your best life by doing that, and you can save your friends and family. So that's the recommendation and the point of this video. And I just hope this message gets through to some of you guys, because at the end of the day, I want you guys to get better. I want you guys to be healthier. I want you guys to be closer to God. I want you guys to be in better shape, stronger, more jacked, better heart health, all this sort of stuff. That's what this channel is all about. So I tried to convey that, and I hope that point comes across. And I'll leave the video. Check out my sponsor, Barbell Apparel. This is my collaboration design I did with them for my 100-mile race coming up in June. They've supported me big time over the last year. So check out the link in the description. They've got stuff on there, awesome shirts, awesome clothes. And this is the design we came up with. So it's a ram, male bighorn sheep, for the 100-mile race coming up in June. I've got about 2 more weeks to go, healing up this stress fracture, and then I'm going to send it, and I'll probably lose some weight because that's just inevitable with the amount of mileage I'll be putting in. And we'll start dialing this in for June 14th in the mountains of Wyoming. But I'm still going to be lifting hard. I'm doing tons of squats to prepare my quads for that. Deadlifts, back raises, all the things. I'll post up some of that stuff. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel as always, and I will keep the videos coming.